is up? This is your boy K.dot coming to you with another video. This video is of course going to be on The Walking Dead Season 6, Episode 11, Not Untied. Let's get into it. So this is going to be my live reaction of the last episode of The Walking Dead. If you have not seen that episode or gotten a chance to watch that episode, I would highly suggest that you stop this video now. You're more than welcome to hit that subscribe button and come back at a later time, but that is your warning. Let's get into it.
Previously on AMC's The Walking Dead.
Can I just watch my show, Toshi? Personally, I'm going for Rosita out of the two. Out of her and Sasha. I'm going Rosita all day. Ain't she a freak?
The world's about to get a whole lot bigger.
What the hell does that even mean? What is this? AT&T! Oh my god! Toshi, I am not in the mood right now. Get out of my... Are you serious? I'm gonna tag AT&T in this video. They're gonna hear my thoughts. This is bullshit.
AT&T, you suck. Trash.
Shit doesn't work.
Nothing works. Even the internet doesn't.
I already knew what was going down with Greg's character. They were already setting him up to, like, you know, be kind of like the dick, and he came off as a dick. He was intended to rub the audience the wrong way. It's like, what are you gonna do for me? Or I can make it worth your while, and yada yada yada. Basically, he's trying to give Maggie the D. Maggie wasn't going for it. Good for you, Maggie. Holla at your boy. Stay faithful to Glenn and your baby. I'm pretty sure you're having a boy. He dies, Maggie becomes a leader. If they follow everything that's happening right now, this is along the lines of the comics. That means that that Glenn is going to die because Negan's going to kill him. So he'll be the big death at the end of the season. And Maggie becomes one of the new leaders of the Hilltop, or leaders. I don't know. She just joins the Hilltoppers. I don't know. Any thoughts on that?
I look gross.
Didn't I tell you he was gonna die?
Mm-hmm.
And now Maggie's gonna take over his spot somehow, and then that's gonna lead into Glenn dying, because Maggie's gonna be like, I ain't dealing with Negan's punk ass. So then I'm sure they heard them say, oh, is it Negan again?
So here I am in the middle.
And of course Daryl's gonna know Negan because the dude said Negan before he shot him in the face with the rocket launcher. I wonder how they're gonna show Glenn die though. So we hear Negan's name again for like the second time in this in the series, in the season, and of course it's going to be something epic. And he sends back some of Greg's guys, and with instructions to send him a message, and that message was to shank that fool. Their instructions were to shank that fool, to keep like, I guess, the other guy's brother alive. I don't even know the dude's name. Not really worried about it. But in order to keep his brother alive, he had to bring Greg's head back bring Greg's head back to Negan, showing proof that Greg's no longer alive. Now, with this being all said, Negan is pretty much a really bad character here. Basically, the Hilltoppers are basically giving him half of their resources, half of their food, their livestock, etc., in exchange for them not to attack them. It's not an even trade. It's not like they're saying, hey, we'll give you this if you have this. Kind of like what Rick and Maggie pretty much, offered them, was like, hey, we have this, we can help you with this. And which leads me to my next topic here, or my next point here. We see the group here make a offer to Greg and their group after Greg gets shanked by his own guy. The Hilltoppers are basically Alexandria with bigger walls. They don't have many fighters. I knew this was an issue simply because when Rick and the crew decided to come back with Jesus, the Hilltop clique over there, they came to the gate with spears. I was like, yo, you gonna throw this spear at me? This is like the Indians versus the damn settlers. This is not gonna end well for you guys. So it's like, you can already tell they're weak. Rick instructing Maggie to go ahead and offer Greg some support against Negan, and basically his offer was, we will deal with Negan, and we'll deal with Negan in exchange for some food, some supplies, which is what my group needs. Me being Rick. I'm being Rick. I'm the black Rick. He offers the group a pretty good deal. In my opinion, I don't think. I'm just gonna go out and say it. I don't think that this was a smart decision on Rick's part. They don't know how many men Negan has. One, two. They don't know who's Negan's. They don't know who Negan even is, and so that could be a really big issue. I'm just saying. Major spoiler alert. Here are my predictions of what's going to happen. One, Greg's going to die from being shanked by that one fool, like he was in the prison yard. He's going to eventually die. Hilltoppers will then no longer have a leader. Maggie has always been she was already instructed to be kind of like the mediator between Rick's group and the Hilltop group. Of course, Maggie is pregnant. With that being said, Maggie doesn't want to be a part of what's going on with the whole Negan thing, whatever, yada yada. She got a kid, she got Glenn, trying to raise her half Asian baby, and all that jazz. But of course, our group is going to be the stronger of the two groups, with the Hilltoppers and of course the original group. Of course, the Hilltoppers more than likely won't have anyone to replace Homeboy, and yeah, so the only other person logically that they've shown, of course, is Jesus, and I don't think he really wants any parts of that. I think he's more of a like, yo, I take orders, yada yada. I don't know how they're going to do it, if they're going to do it how he is in the comics, or if they're going to make his own story arc. But either way, I don't think Jesus wants to lead the whole group. That's just my opinion. And that's where Maggie will then step in. Then she will make the call to cut ties with Negan. Negan will then get mad. Negan will then attack. Then he's going to kill Glenn, and yeah, that's going to be the season finale. That's just my opinion. Let me know what you guys think in the comments down below. Am I like hitting this right on the head, or am I completely way off? I would love to hear your guys' opinion. Your guys's. What is that word? Your guys's. But yeah, I would love to hear your guys' opinion on what's going to happen, and of course what happened on this past episode. Like I said, I gave this one an 8.5 just simply because it's progressing our storyline along pretty nicely. It's giving you a little bit of action, but not really at the same time. But then it's still giving you so much information and in regards to the group that they're now dealing with. They're now dealing with two groups, of course, the Saviors and the Hilltoppers. So it's going to be a pretty crazy rest of the season and a pretty crazy rest of the series. It's going to be really cool if they get anywhere close to the comic books. So yeah, those are just my opinions. You're entitled to your own opinions. That's what this is for. Sound off in the comments down below. I'll be down in the comments as well, commenting back, speaking and talking to everybody, and sharing opinions. I can't wait to hear what you guys have to say. Until next time, this has been your boy K.dot. I'm saying peace.